Lifetime, they just came out with the Surviving R.Kelly documentaries. The whole series is 6 episodes over 3 nights. There's a lot of conversation going on about it, and I'm very interested to hear what you got to say about the documentary. And I want to know how you feel about all of the people. I know you've been seeing it on your timeline. People who kind of have a blind eye to the situation as far as like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And how they blaming the victims and whatnot.
So first and foremost, sitting down watching the documentary, obviously some stuff we didn't know. Some stuff we did know, some stuff we didn't know.
Right.
We was young when a lot of the major stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
So to see it again and it get explained to us when we're adults was shocking, to say the least. Man, we've known for a long time that R. Kelly is a sick individual, like messed up individual. The part of the documentary when they talk about the Aaliyah segment, her being 15, and it never clicked that he wrote "Age ain't nothing but a number." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if you listen to that song, that's like creepy, right? Like you can't even listen to it.
When I was watching the documentary, like I was just thinking about it, like age ain't nothing but a number was a little before my time.
Yeah.
And I just always heard age ain't nothing but a number,
Yeah.
just the chorus part. But when the dude was like, yo, this song is about a young girl trying to convince an older man to go all the way with her. And I'm just like, what?
And he wrote the song.
He wrote the song.
That's why. So it buzzed me out that all these signs were there. And I think one of the things that's most frustrating is the people that turn a blind eye to everything. His tour manager, after they found out he was having sex with Aaliyah, his tour manager got on there and was the person who forged his documents, the marriage certificate, so they can get married over here in Cook County. Changed it from her being 15 to 18 years old. You knew the man was sleeping with an underage girl. You knew it was wrong, and you still turned a blind eye to it.
And this was in the 90s.
And that represents a deeper issue, man, when it's like, for some reason, a lot of the times when people try to talk about sexual assault or see it, they just sweep it under the rug, especially when it comes to black girls.
Yeah.
And when I see these comments online from these people, it I dead ass get angry, because I'm like, yo, people are saying like, oh, he might have did this, he might have did this, but I still got to bump 12 play. I still got to bump TP2. And it's wild to me, because would you have them same thoughts if that was your daughter or niece or cousin? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if that personally happened to you, would you still be like, yeah, he might have did this to Shirley, but bump and grind still be rocking? It's bogus. Like it's just bogus. And I'm seeing all these people blaming the girls also. You fast. Why would you even be with a man like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You gonna blame? Would you if it was just a predator in your neighborhood and they got your daughter, you gonna blame your daughter? That's wild. Like I don't understand people's logic. These are young girls. And instead of saying that somebody who's really talented with a pen is also a child predator, you gonna blame the children. How can you blame the children for it? I don't understand it. Y'all, I don't care how good the music is, and you know what we grew up at. Like, nigga, we grew up on I Believe I Can Fly. That was on Space Jam.
Like literally every time you graduate,
That's
I Believe
the song.
I Can Fly.
That's the song.
Every
I wish. He has tons of hits. It don't matter, bro. Like, watching this documentary is infuriating, bro, and seeing the responses online from a lot of people is even more so.
You know what part like really bothers me about it?
What's that?
Is watching the documentary, the judge in his trial was talking about it, and he was just like, Of course, Sparkle, her niece, she never confirmed that was her on the tape.
Right.
Her family said it wasn't her, even
Right.
though it was probably her.
Yeah.
And all these other people was coming forward saying, you know, what's going on in the situation and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The judge is just like, oh, well, I didn't believe that they were telling the truth.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I hate to bring this into this conversation on this podcast.
Bring it in.
Whatever, but everybody else want to do it, so I'm gonna do it too.
Bring it in.
If these was white girls, would it be like, oh, well, I didn't believe that.
It wouldn't be.
And
it wouldn't be at all.
The crazy thing to me about it is people always say, like I've been seeing, especially today too,
Okay.
What's the difference between R. Kelly and Hugh Hefner?
Bro,
like that.
What does that have to do?
Like trying to say because R. Kelly's black, we as black people shouldn't be trying to tear him down. That's like the weakest and sickest excuse for R. Kelly's behavior.
I'm looking at you a little funny.
R. Kelly like clearly has a problem. Like
Yeah.
he was doing it with Aaliyah. He peed on the girl in the video. He's clearly he met a underage girl at the trial.
It's just the crazy.
That's bold as hell. Like I'm on trial for possibly molesting and urinating on teenage girls, but I'm gonna meet a teenage girl here and continue what I'm doing.
That's wild.
And it's like people, the same energy that we have is as a whole to say, oh man, well, even though he probably did do it, and you know, we don't have no facts to say that he did, so I'm gonna just continue to support R. Kelly and do this. That's the same exact energy that somebody have when you ask, oh, I don't understand how Trump can say grab him by the pussy and still
Same
vote
way
for him.
you doing the same
That's
thing.
the same exact
It's
energy.
that is a good ass point.
That like to me that's beyond sick. Like the dude clearly has a problem and he's attracted to younger women. He know it, his brothers know it, the people in his camp know it.
Yep.
And he been doing this, it's 2019. He been doing this since the 90s.
Since like 91.
And probably before that.
Probably before that. Because be clear, a lot of the girls didn't make it to this documentary. They didn't get everybody.
Right.
Yo.
And it's like this has been going on for years, for generations.
Generations.
And everybody want to do is sweep it under the rug.
And just like turn a blind eye to it. It's ridiculous, but it's a deeper issue. And I don't understand the whole, oh man, you know, it's hard for me to separate music and stuff. That's bullshit. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You remember when Frank Ocean first came out?
Yep.
You remember when Novocaine dropped?
Mm-hmm.
You remember how that was buzzing everywhere?
That's my jam.
Frank Ocean was next, right? We kicking, we riding everywhere. When Nostalgia Ultra dropped that mixtape, to this day, that's one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. Cold. I love it. No, it was real. I really love that mixtape. Then Thinking About You came out. People was vibing to it, right?
Right.
Man, that joint hard, man. Tornado in it, right? We bump into it. Then he pins a letter and says he's bisexual. You see a lot of more, oh, I can't listen to this. He's gay. And it's like, bro, you telling me you can't listen to somebody else's music because of his choices with who to be with? Like you separate that, but somebody where you have evidence of somebody writing songs about sleeping with younger women.
Yeah.
But you're okay to listen to that. And that's like a deeper conversation, man. I made a Facebook status a few days ago, and I wanted, you know, and I talked about it. It's two things in the black community that I really want to discuss, and that's the amount of homophobia in this community and why we still support R. Kelly. The homophobia conversation we're gonna have another time. It's so many layers, but it just shows like y'all was able to stop listening to Frank Ocean because he may or may not be gay, or who he chooses to be with, which is complete bullshit. But you know R. Kelly is a pedophile or a statutory rapist or whatever, but you still choose to listen to him. What does that say about you? What does that say about, like, Dog.
It's tough because, like you say, people just turning a blind eye to it because it's like you're not gonna listen to Frank Ocean no more because he say that he's bisexual.
Yeah.
and he likes men and women. Oh, I ain't listening to think about you no more.
I can't do that.
I ain't doing that.
What you talking about?
But like think about the fact R. Kelly is attracted to younger women, right?
Right.
Think about how sick that makes. What's the name of the song? Age ain't nothing but a number, right? Think about how sick that makes. It seems like you're ready. That's like
Joe, that's nuts.
That's a bona fide like R&B hit, right?
Like if a Predator could sing,
right,
he would write those songs.
Like you think about like how good the song is, right? But then think about the person who wrote this song.
Yeah,
is writing a song for a 12, 13, 14-year-old girl.
That's wild, man.
That is nuts.
That's
it
wild.
ain't the same song no more.